what also came out recently is Justin Combs and Misa Hylton, which I believe is his mom. They have came out and spoke out saying that this documentary is causing harassment to the family. Okay. Oh my God, all these ads. Misa says she and Justin are being harassed following comments implied by Gene Deal and the documentary. Misa says this: anyone who knows me knows I'm a private person, and it pains me that I even have to post this. The harassment of my son and I have been dealing with is because of things implied by Gene Deal and stated in a recent Netflix documentary. It's been heartbreaking. The truth is, the public is being misled about me and my child. We've been dragged into something we never asked for, a cruel game built on rumors and agendas. Please take a moment before believing everything you hear. The most painful part of this is that it's happening because of men I once trusted to protect me, not harm me. And the saddest thing is that none of this affects the people spreading it. It only hurts me and my son. Like Gene said, we've been treated as casualties of war. With little critical thinking, it would be easy to realize that the things that could be said could not be possibly be true because of the results that would come from these disparaging statements if they were in fact true. This would be a post and delete. Protect women and their children. This is only about Misa and Justin only. Why didn't this go viral? This is a poorly timed and I think a horrible post. I'm going to tell you why. Ma'am, I know you're saying that you and your son are just being lumped into this, but if we read all the allegations, they're saying that Justin is Diddy part 2. So you can't use this like, oh, my son, without acknowledging that they're saying that your son seems to be mirroring your baby father, which is Diddy. I get it. You are the mother, and yes, you're obviously a casualty of war, but you can't shield, again, Justin, you can't be like me and my son. Justin's a grown-ass man. He's a nigga pushing 30, if he's not 30 already. So you could speak for yourself about you not choosing all of this, but Justin is his own man, and whether allegations, and most of them I really don't believe, but they allege stuff of Justin that is equal or seems to match what the fuck that they were claiming Diddy was doing. All right, so I get what she's saying, but you can't protect you and your son. It says the commentary continues. There's an old audio clip. It says, let's see. I'm trying to figure out what's the clip that involved Justin. Oh, never mind. She's speaking about the paternity. Oh, so Gene Deal. Oh, let me look it up. I'm trying to find it on YouTube. Here it is.
In law enforcement, period, that grew up, in an urban community and knew street people and could relate to.
Now, so I want to backtrack a little bit on what I just said. If she's defending her and her son, basically saying, yo, whatever Diddy got going on, don't drag my son into it, in the sense of you're doubting that his father is Diddy, or you're doubting the paternity status of him, because now you're affecting someone's mental state where they might think that their father, who they thought was their father, wasn't their father all along. And Gene Deal's been one of the people pushing this.
To dudes that was behind bars. So when they came out behind bars, I did everything in my...
And I'll explain the rumor. There's a rumor that 50's bodyguard, or one of his bodyguards, somebody named Wolf or something, they're saying he looks light-skinned and he looks kind of like Justin. They're saying he was rumored to be the father of Justin Combs and not Diddy. Now, the family's never said that. They've never acknowledged that. Justin clearly loves Diddy, calls Diddy's dad, moves that way. And, you know, it's kind of like a conspiracy theory, one that's being pushed by another person who was a bodyguard, which is G and D.
When it turned over from the Department of Correction, from the Division of MTV, VH1, Nick Bloomfield, go to war with this dude. I don't know. I don't supposed to tell y'all. I remember when a nigga did the blood test, he had to pay Misa so much kind of money, and he was mad at the motherfucker. Fuck that nigga. I'm not gonna tell y'all that. But if you ask me personally, I'm gonna tell you. I don't know what you're talking about. I wasn't there when they was fucking. How would I know? Because I'm going to war with this nigga. Does it hurt Misa? Because I used to work for Misa.
Okay, so this is where he's addressing her, I guess.
Because Misa knew that Puff was not going to run up her and do shit to her when she was with me. So when I left Puff, I started working for Misa. When I started working for Misa, she had me there because she knew how afraid Puff was, and I didn't give a fuck about nobody because that's the type of person I was back then. No, you're not gonna do nobody. Yo, I'm gonna die for Misa right now. Ain't nobody gonna touch her. That's how I was when I was with her. Misa be like, yo, Gene, I'm downtown. I'm finna go into the what Cheetahs. Me and Mary. Meet me down there, shoot down there. Q-Rock City, what's up with you, boy? So now, I'm going to war with this nigga. I know me not saying nothing hurt Misa, but you just a casualty of war right now. I know what was saying hurt Justin because I did not clarify it to nobody because I didn't say it. Reggie Wright and somebody else said it and said I told them, which they was lying. When you go to war, enemy of your enemy becomes your friend. And the friend of your enemy becomes your enemy. I'm looking at it that way. Anything that hurt this nigga, I'm going to use if somebody else said it. Now, when other shit that I said about his mother, it was the truth. I didn't lie about none of that. I didn't lie about justice. I just did not. What? Because I got a voice. I could have said, man, that's some bullshit, man. I remember when Puff had the fucking blood test and he was mad because he had to pay Misa a little bit more money than he was paying her at first because he was starving her at first. Now he got to really pay her. I could have said that, but I didn't because I'm at war with this nigga. I'm going to still continue to be at war with this nigga.
The greatest ever. What up? Thank you for the follow.
I'm letting y'all know that it's some casualties of war. That was one of them. There are some other things. Will I speak on them? Nah, I won't speak on them. And why I'm speaking on this shit right now is because I'm letting you know this nigga gonna go to war. All y'all niggas ain't ready for it. All y'all niggas who didn't come to his defense. All y'all niggas who was acting a certain.
Okay, I agree. I agree. Well, if I'm Diddy, you know, maybe Diddy has made peace, and I think that's very important, that he needs to make peace with, even if the fact that he's thinking, damn, I'm only locked up because these motherfuckers who I did well. And that's a lot of what I've heard when people get in these situations. They feel when you go down, you kind of look at it and you're like, damn, I gave this person that. I bought his mama a house. I bailed him out from jail. I paid for this for his kid's tuition. His uncle died. I paid for the funeral. I gave him this amount of money a year. And Diddy allegedly or supposedly would naturally go through that feeling of, man, I'm only sitting here because niggas betrayed me. And he has to get past that to be like, well, what did he contribute to be there, right? Yo, okay. Despite maybe people that you were nice to, you were paying their rent, you were giving they relied on you for their livelihood. What the hell did you do to get yourself in that position? And if he gets there, maybe he gets out and says, you know what? Fuck that shit. I'm glad and fortunate to be free. I still got my family. I still got portions of my wealth. I'm good. I've been humbled. Or he might get out on some young boy shit. When I mean young boy shit, is like, we ain't see jail deter a young boy one time. What I mean is, you get out and you're like, oh, y'all motherfuckers who done snitched on me, who done told on me, who I put money in your pockets, food in your stomach, pause. Listen, I'm going to fuck y'all up. I'm going to spend every fucking dime. I'm going to put a hit out on all you motherfuckers. And I mean that like, facetiously, not literally. We're going to see how Diddy gets out. Like, obviously, I don't believe 50 with the funeral, the flower shit that he's like, oh, Diddy sent me. I don't believe that. I don't believe that shit. Because I think Diddy knows right now, even if he was going to if he was going to exact revenge on Diddy, on 50, I mean, he locked up in prison right now. Do it on a sneak. Do it on the humble. So, I think it remains to be seen how Diddy's going to handle all of this, right? I think it remains to be seen. Anyway, that is the latest. Let me see if there's anything more else with the Diddy stuff. Diddy betrays his own lawyer?
This is your holiday reminder that shoes are a gift, literally.
And we're not just saying that because we're DSW.
This year, unwrap confidence.
Oh.
Unwrap something.
Oh, shit. All right, chat, I can't play all of this shit, but I do got the Diddy doc right here. I got the Diddy doc. Let me play. Y'all want me to play a little bit? So I do want to play the part where they're talking about Diddy betrayed his own lawyers. Basically, there was a time, and I know this was meant to make Diddy looks crazy. I understood what Diddy was saying, and I actually believe that Diddy getting on his legal team as he was is a reason why he didn't get convicted of RICO and sex trafficking. Diddy pushed this team, and he kept adding more people. Bro, they did an amazing job making sure this nigga didn't get 20 years or life. Now, if you know Diddy in a music studio, or you know Diddy in any business capacity, Diddy's the person who's going super hard, and you got to be a pussy to think that Diddy's shouting at his lawyers or, talking shit to his lawyers because he's trying to, some people just go through the process. Y'all have hired lawyers before, chat? And lawyers feel like bullshit. It could even be traffic shit. You know what I mean? And you're like, all right, well, that's, and you tell your lawyer, I want it to be this outcome. And then the lawyer get in there and you're just sitting there going through the motions. And then the outcome is not even what you wanted. But the lawyer basically just tells you like, yo, the judge went other way. And you're like, wait, that's all you could do? So I don't mind Diddy, who probably paid, if you ask me, I think the legal bill ran up at least $10 million. I don't mind him getting on his lawyer's ass. I'm sorry. Yeah, nigga, I ain't trying to do 20 years. Get to it. Some of y'all figure this out. Y'all niggas figure this shit out. So let me see if I could show the part. Again, I have the documentary here, but I'm not going to play, obviously, the whole thing. I think Netflix would be highly upset. These are some parts where he's talking about.
I read
The 55-page lawsuit.
Here we go. This is 4, I think. Give me 1 second. I'm just trying to find the right point. Oh, no. Yeah, that's when he beat it. Okay, it's episode 3. Lil Rod comes in a lot on episode 4. Give me a second. I'm just trying to find this. Episode 3 has Cassie a lot. Well, I can show y'all. I can show y'all this, I guess. Yeah. Okay, this is him in the car.
Take this on the way. We going uptown to Harlem.
This is when he was just walking around New York City. I'm trying to get to the actual parts. Okay, this is him kind of also like prepping. This is, by the way, this is that infamous pouch, which is so crazy. Bro, if you're being investigated for all this stuff, people saying you drugged them, well, how the hell you gonna have a fucking pouch with the drugs and then tell somebody to film you? Like, this is, like, Diddy definitely thought he was bigger than the program. You're accused of drugging people, Diddy. People are describing how they see you carry around the drugs, fanny packs, this and third. You hire somebody to film you and you tell them, yo, get the, like, you're going to leave the purse with the drugs literally in plain sight. He accused Dawn. He said, he said, man, I was always nice to this girl. He's like, yo, there's some type of brokenness going on right now. Because these motherfuckers is coming at me. So he accused them of being broke.
God told me to do nothing, so I gotta do.
This is him talking to Justin Combs, his son. And he said, God told me to do nothing. So you, and he's talking to his son, say, you need to figure out what you need to do to make the shit better. Because God told me I can't do nothing right now. And you could tell Justin felt the pressure. Like, there's pressure on Justin.
God told me to do it. Ain't the one I want to do.
Yeah, you can see Justin's face right here. Yeah, this is him and Justin right here. See?
So it's just like they crashing out, they fell. They a motherfucker from in jail. You're on my last album now. All of a sudden, I'm this person. I'm this monster.
Wow, this is him talking. There's a white guy filming about it.
Fuck that, man.
I think Christian Combs, you just seen him too.
Gloves coming on.
And you could tell Diddy was trying to be the Diddy where, oh, I'm not a victim, like, I'm Diddy. You could see him trying to psych himself up. Yo, chat, the most diabolical part of all this is this right here, chat. After every one of them episodes, chat. After every one of them episodes, it fades to the credits. It fades to the credits, and when it fades to the credits, you're going to see, watch this. Directed by Alexandra Stapleton. Executive produced by Curtis 50 Cent Jackson. I'm telling you, man, if I'm 50, 50 better bump up his security. Because if I'm Diddy, I'm spending every dollar. This nigga got to go. Facts. You got to go, bro. This nigga's like, let me tell you this. Let's be honest. If y'all believe that Diddy got Tupac and Biggie killed, ain't no way 50 just chilling and just like laughing like this on the gram. Ain't no way. Ain't no way, my nigga. Ain't no way. Again, I'm going to conspiracy theory land because, I don't believe some of those claims. But what I'm saying is that if y'all think 50 and Diddy is as devious as y'all claim he is, and he's never been charged for no murder or nothing, it's no way he got Pac and Big killed, and 50 out here violating him down to his last days on earth. Come on, bro. Come on, man. Come on, bro. You get what I'm saying? So, I ain't gonna lie to you, the way how 50 playing with Diddy, I gotta believe that Diddy never did none of the shit y'all claim he did. Yeah, like he acted fake tough with niggas like Kid Cudi because Kid Cudi ain't on shit. But when y'all saying that he got Pac killed and he got this nigga killed, well, how is 50 just chilling? How? How? The nigga made a documentary and sent you to jail. Well, let me bring that back. He made a documentary, ruined all forecasts of you potentially coming out of jail with slightly a clean face, which maybe some could argue is impossible already. But he hyped up everything before you got locked up. Oh, shit, fuck. This is the fucking thing. Shots to Netflix. By the way, I thought it was nasty when they bring in the Biggie and Pac stuff. Like, they basically was trying to say, yeah, he could have did both. I'm like, come on, bro. But this is the footage of him the last couple of days, right? One thing, and this is the glamorous, like, you know, this tells you so much you need to know about Diddy. Like, and this is why this was important footage. I think the best footage about this is the footage leading up to his arrest. And the reason why it's great is that even though the world is collapsing around him, Diddy's still having to keep the image of, yo, it's all good. Yo, I'm still looking good. I'm still this. I'm still that. As he's walking out of his hotel room, you have stylists or personal assistants, whoever the fuck you want to call these people. They're trying to make sure he looks good. They're trying to make sure the image is still on point. And you get to realize Diddy is an old school celebrity, man. The image comes first. By the way, this is supposedly his 19 or 20-year-old girlfriend at the time that, you know, he's trying to, by the way, I also think, you know, this is where the documentary misses the mark for me. And I don't want nobody to be like, yo, Aki, I feel like you're defending Diddy. Bro, when I watch a documentary, I like for you to come away with it with a mixed type of feeling. Where you could be like, was it worth it? This documentary doesn't do it for me. This documentary just says Diddy's a piece of shit. Which, yes, you could even still believe he's a piece of shit, but it doesn't show the other things about him. It doesn't show that this guy was living life on an axis that's just different and weird, or maybe something that you or I won't ever experience. And at points he was too far gone, but at points he was trying to, like, you know, do things that was reasonably within the right moral compass, right? Anyway, I think this is 19-year-old girlfriend who he's trying to, like, soup her up like nothing's wrong, because you could imagine she's probably on TikTok reading everything bad about him, and he's look at him kind of like putting on that face like, nah, everything's good. Watch.
Daddy.
Look.
200 million.
Here we go.
Right.
Hi.
What's up, baby?
Where you going?
I'm about to deposit 200 million right now. I feel good.
Yo, this is a couple days before his arrest. His lawyers are telling him everything in the world, but yo, he's talking to his, you know, by the way, he ain't talking to Carisha. Well, Carisha was out by then. He's talking to this girl and he got to make it seem good. Yo, I'm about to deposit 200 million. And she's just geeked. This was 6 days before the arrest.
What's up, baby? Talk to daddy.
Said, talk to daddy.
You got her fucked up right now.
You hear her? Oh, Puff Daddy's back right now.
So usually shoot it one time.
You want to scream in the crowd, don't you?
Hey, all that was masking, you know? So that was the Cassie stuff. I just want to go to the lawyer stuff. Again, you guys should watch all this if you care. Shine did get a part, even though he did not participate in the documentary. One thing about the documentary, and again, I know something I'm gonna be like I'm overly critical, and this is why I keep bringing up my man Sean G, is because the documentary just hit the points that mainstream wise we've thought. It just made him seem guilty. For example, yo, did you know? They're like, oh, he made Biggie pay for his own funeral. Yo, he might have been behind Biggie dying in L.A. He might be behind Pac dying. And it hits on so many of the mainstream things that what it missed was the intricacies that we found out in a trial. And this is where I seen Sean G was pointing it out. Like, he was accurate to a lot of this stuff, right? Like, none of the intricacies of how Diddy really moved and operated that came out in trial was really in the documentary. It's like an overview, but just an overview of a really bad man. But it wasn't when it says reckoning, it wasn't like these real. We found out so much shit in the documentaries, in trial. None of that was used. And the reason why I bring up Sean G on this is because he has a theory, and I actually believe that theory. I think 50 really glanced over the intricate details that came out in trial because those reflect on his baby mama. I'm gonna keep it a beat.
Yo, Curtis. Hey, Curtis. Good morning. I just wanted to know if this part was in the documentary. I still ain't watched it yet, but I think I'm gonna watch it today or tomorrow. This is my notes. I was an in-courtroom observer on the 24th floor in the overflow at the Puffy trial. I took notes. I was there every day. Jane Doe, on the stand, your girl that Puff took from you, she said that from February to May 2021, her and Puff like to have porn playing, and she would dress in provocative lingerie. She would dress in provocative lingerie, right? And that dress in provocative lingerie, and her and Puff would have sex for 12 to 24 hours. And she would rub baby oil on him. Jane Doe would rub baby oil all over Puff, and Puff would rub baby oil all over Jane Doe, all over his body. All over his body. And Puffy would get the red light bulbs. They would have red light bulbs in the room. Curtis, they would take out the white light bulbs and screw in red light bulbs.
I'm going to be honest. And if we really think about it, like, obviously you had channels like me, you had Sean G and other people that kind of cover the trial intricately. I thought the documentary would also really crystallize, like, find some of the hotel workers that may have walked into these rooms. Because remember, they were paying up to $50,000 in damages. That's where the documentary missed the mark for me. And I get it. This wasn't just a documentary about the freak-offs or the freakniks that he was kind of having leading up to this federal charge. It was more about his entire life. And I get it. It's called Reckoning. So it's not only about the trial. It's about, like, painting this guy as this, guy who's drunk off power. But I was hoping to see a lot of what was brought out in court brought to life. Find the hotel workers who would find the state of the room where all of the couches or sheets are baby oil stain, and they would find routinely Diddy for damages. In one hotel, find him like up to $50,000 in damages for the freak-offs, But I don't know. Maybe that was a part that hit too close to home, and respectfully to 50. Like, nah, man, like, he did put, obviously, Cassie in there, but Jane Doe is not in there. Cassie's in there, Capricorn Clark. Dawn is mentioned in there, but she's not featured in there. Kalina is in there. His baby mom is not in there.
And she would rub baby oil on Puff. Puff would rub baby oil on her. I loved the sexual experiences. Felt exhilarating.
Shout out to Patterson, by the way.
I loved Puffy, P with the circle. That was my symbol for Puff. Very much. So she was in love with Puff, but you was in love with her. she was in love with Puff. This was at the trial. This is Jane Doe's testimony. Maureen called me. This was the direct examination. When I got home, they had a threesome with Don from Cowboys and Angels. That was a
all of that's missing. Like the intricate part of how Diddy got to it shows how he got to power and how he may have committed other crimes, which that's where the documentary loses me. You know, I could show you, like, how could you guys like give Lil Rod the runway to talk about like unfounded things like, oh yeah, I think Diddy and Justin shot someone, right? But not really get into what came out in court, because what this guy is saying is like, we don't know if it's true. Hold on, here we go. Here's some of it.
No, bro, I'm not letting you get out of this. Like, you gonna have to answer this. You know what I'm saying? Moments later, I hit boom, boom, 2 shots. I'm like, yo. So
how do you put this in a documentary? Which is like, no one has ever. There's not even a police report about this. Lil Rod, and you're gonna hear Lil Rod say it. He says, "Oh, the guy who got shot, I'd never seen again." So this is like, we don't even know if it's true. Yet all the things that came out in court is ignored.
I'm going through sounds. I'm like, this can't be. He just disappeared.
That's, to me, why include that but not include some other shit? Like, because there's no proof of this.
freak off. A freak off was 3 people: Puff, Jane Doe, and a male escort. That was it. They did a freak off with Don. When I got home after the freak off, I felt exhilarated. It was fun, taboo, sexy, and crazy. That night opened the Pandora's box, a door that was open that I couldn't shut. Sean J podcast was sold. Don't never stop. Patterson, New Jersey.
He been going crazy on he loves Diddy. I ain't gonna lie to you. He been going crazy on 50 because he thinks 50, is doing this pretty much a smear campaign. Here we go. We played this already, I believe.
Hey, yo, Curtis, I still ain't seen the documentary yet, the one you put out on Netflix, but they told me that Capricorn Clark is in there. Did Capricorn Clark tell you that at the trial, on the stand, under oath, testimony came out that she was entrusted with a bunch of diamond jewelry, very expensive jewelry, that belonged to Puffy that went missing, and she was the last one with it? Did that come out on the stand? Did that come out in the documentary? Let me tell you what happened. Capricorn Clark was in charge of the jewelry, big time jewelry, $100,000, diamonds, all of that. It got missing. Puffy got with her, made her go take lie detector tests to see if she was telling the truth about how the jewelry got missing. Long story short, Capricorn Clark gets fired. When she gets fired, she goes to work for Madonna. Works for Madonna for a little while.
Okay, he's kind of going through the trial stuff. I've been told that the part I'm looking for is what Joel said. Joel's telling me where to find it. It's in episode 1 at the start. Where is that? Oh, is this one? At the start. Here we go. Oh, here we go.
We need the course.
Who are these people?
Call because something has to give.
We need the course team.
I'm just running around waiting.
Wow, I don't remember seeing this part. Yo, Diddy looks frazzled. Just look at his face, chat. Wow. Look at his face. You can tell he's a little bit fucked up.
Face things head on. If anyone's ever
Sort of comes to constantly be pushing that, Mark, because you may just be the person.
Now, this is where I think, and I don't care what nobody says, Diddy was right. And I told you, 6ix9ine, when he said he saw Diddy in lockup at MDC, he said to Diddy as well. Diddy was right early on by saying, we have to control this narrative. Every day there's erroneous lawsuits. I don't even know these people, but it's like a snowball effect. I look like a creep, a R word. I look like the worst. And yes, I'm here waiting for what's gonna happen, and I'm being a good, I'm being a good client for you guys, and I'm being, on my best behavior for this pending indictment. But bro, it's kind of dragging, and I'm looking worse and worse.
That just does what
Yo, chat. You notice very subtle things. Like, for example, watch his finger like just kind of tapping. You could tell, like, bro, this is a high stress moment for Diddy.
It could be somebody that has dealt in the dirtiest of dirty business of media.
Oh wow! So it kind of shows Diddy was like, yo, we gotta get a handle on this media stuff
And propaganda.
Okay, all right, we'll leave it there. Wow. Now, there's a lot of